The final of the GO4Heroes Tournament. We have it here finally, and boys, is gonna be a good one. We have up on the board mYinsanity to the left side, and to the right side it is actually Team We Are Not Prepared. That team name is long, so we renamed them. They are the Illidans. And the Illidans are playing with Polato on the Uther, with T-Darker on the Teriel, it's Black Scorp on Chen, and Kilachino on the Vala as Falcon picks up the Tychus. You might find a few of those names familiar, and that's because a lot of them subbed for El Nexo in the past. To the left side, mYinsanity with Ace of Spades on the Brightwing, Lowell on the Muradin, Frats on the Stitches, Shinobu playing the Hammer again, and Kezil on the Nazebo. And, well, this is actually going to be a pretty awesome game. We'll have a best of 3, that's already amazing, because right now we're having a situation where we will finally see more than only one map. A best of 1 is, of course, like, quite nice as well, but we had some very close games today, and especially these matches that we've been played between Team Acer and then mYinsanity earlier. God, I would have loved a best of 3 in that series. But now we get our wish granted. Well, the Illidans are actually like Spanish, so you would probably pronounce it the Illidans. Not quite certain about that, like how they would pronounce it, but yeah, Coda will probably help me out with that. Existence is Spanish as well, and well, I talk with those boys quite a bit and play with them, so I usually get hints on how to pronounce certain nicknames like Rapaquete for Team El Nexo. But yeah, the Illidans, like, their players are actually like really good, and they subbed for El Nexo at like quite often, and Kilachino, Polato, Falcon. You should have seen these guys, like, they've been around for quite some time, they are pretty decent, and it's another Spanish team like ending up in the final of the GO4Heroes Tournament, so they are keeping up the tradition of El Nexo, which is like going really far here. But mYinsanity, they want to be the ones who will win this to win the tournament, and they are trying already. Shinobu up at the top with a tank doing his thing, and this time he was not forced to go into the one talent that allows him to just dodge stuns a little bit easier, but this time he can actually go for the extra damage on the long distance. And down to the bottom lane we have Muradin trying to just deal with that tri-lane that we had there for a long time. But in the middle it's our good friend T-Darker, and that is where we have the Teriel. And Teriel in the European scene has not seen a lot of play these days. People didn't like him anymore. I'm not quite sure who he insulted, but whoever it was a very powerful person, because he basically shut down Teriel completely. Before the patch happened, we had a lot of Teriel play. Teriel falls, that was the thing to get. You would always try to go for that, and well, after the patch, the damage was reduced on Teriel's judgment, and then we didn't see him anymore. Oh my god, look at the Wonder Billies, all of them in pink, just like moving up to the top here. We should have renamed the team again into Pink Wonder Billies or something like that, but nope, the Illidans actually trying to do their thing here with Black Scorp jumping in on the Chen, and that old drunk is not getting a kill just yet, but we have the Tribute spawning down to the bottom lane with level 5 for both teams on the board. Overkill build, multi-shot build for the Vala. We also have at the same time complete smite build here for the Teriel, and well, as you can see, of course, once again the Stitches with a build that Frats prefers over the Slam build. He goes just for the sustain build, they get the Tribute, no questions asked, and we have at the same time Kezil on the Nazebo, most likely gonna go for that Mercenary Lord talent again, which is one of the main reasons why we see the Beetle getting some action these days. Not in this game in particular, but Mercenary Lord definitely a talent that the teams are they prioritize it very highly. We see Gitbin games as well on the Nazebo, like, no question about that, but so far mYinsanity has usually started to pick the talent for the Merc Lord on Nazebo, played by Kezil if they needed it and if they wanted to play in a big map and push that in. The 7 is reached a bit faster by the Illidans. Team We Are Not Prepared currently with the battle momentum on the Teriel. We have them also with the battle momentum on the Vala, and once again Black Scorp jumping in, Falcon and T-Darker on the way, trying to go straight for Ace, and Ace is just moving back in the last second there. The Brightwing is still alive. In last game we even saw some Lily action in the game, and they were just barely able to win it against the Hotstocks Elite, but here they are in the finals, they've made it all the way, and there's the Mercenary Lord's talent as already predicted. We also have on the tank first aid being used, and Lowell apparently has the hots for Vala, at least he is chasing her hard, bit of a stalker quality And, well, Mother should get a restraining order. I mean, if, like, a little dwarf with that beard would just try to hunt me down the entire time, I would call the police immediately. Another tribute at the top being taken. Freds with the stitches goes straight for it, and that's the second one for his team. So mYinsanity is doing pretty darn well when it comes down to the objectives on the map, and that puts the Illidans in the awkward position that they have to fight for the next tribute. And usually what you try to do if you just let tributes pass, you want to get an experience lead over your opponents, that you can easily just take the third one, and they don't really get that wish granted. They are a little bit ahead in experience, but the chances that they hit the 10, whereas we don't have mYinsanity on the same level without the heroic abilities, they're pretty slim. Slim to none, actually. It's a very small timing window that they have here, but at least they get a bit of a mercenary camp pushing for them. Without the mercenary lord, it's not like it's too nasty just yet, and Khaldor and Ace of Spades are already on the way to push in with a night camp. And now the tribute spawns, and this is the perfect tribute. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. That's amazing for mYinsanity right now. Not only do they have the tribute right next to it, but they also have a night camp pushing in the mid lane. That means the longer the fight lasts, the more those knights are going to push in, and if they get that curse, then that night camp is gonna just like absolutely destroy the structures. Ace is in trouble though. Here comes Sidaka jumping in. Ace is low, but the wall of zombies is there. The mid camp is already moving in up to the top lane. We currently have Black Scorp moving down on the Chen. He's pretty low actually, and he's still going up against the tank. Yeah, looks like we might have another interrupt there. Nope, mYinsanity is giving up. Or are they? There's the hook, and they get at least Falcon. They can't really lock him down. They get the polymorph in, but that's all that they get at this point. Level 10 versus level 10. The Blink Heal, the Avatar, Gorge, Napalm, and the Ravenous Spirit being used for mYinsanity. The Illidans, aka Team We Are Not Prepared, is going for the Judgment, for Storm, Earth and Fire, the Rain of Vengeance, the Commandeer Odin, and of course then also the Divine Storm. I mean, what else would you expect on an Uther? Oh, that was close. Nice dash by Falcon, avoiding the Gorge. That was a very, very close one. Good moves on the map by both teams so far, and I'm still a bit surprised that we see that battle between Shinobu and Black Scorp at the top still. First aid had to be used there, but Napalm, of course, with the extra damage, and bam, in comes the Brightwing and Polymorph. And Germany would... Brightwing goes straight for Black Scorp, but Shinobu, where's that stun? Oh, he gets stunned out, and there goes the tank already down. The problem is that Falcon is also extremely low, and look at that position here for Khaldor, but very nice move by Kilachino. Moves in and drops the Rain of Vengeance, interrupts the Rain of Vengeance, sorry, the Annihilating Spirit, and they kill 2, they kill 3. They do a great job. I don't know what about you, but like every single time I see Kilachino, I am suddenly having this enormous craving for like a cappuccino or just like some kind of coffee mix, like something along those lines. Might be me, but it's just every single time I play with that guy or I see him play in one of the tournaments, I am just like really craving some hot beverage. But yeah, that's of course a little bit OT. So back to the game, we have the boss taken out with a level advantage already for the Illidans. They have 3 kills against 0. That fight that we saw there definitely worked in their favor. In mYinsanity, but a very bold move, like going straight down to the bottom and trying to take the boss on their own. Of course, if we have the Illidans now move straight down here and try to contest that, this could end in a disastrous fight for mYinsanity. They don't have the stitches there just yet, and the move is a bit too late, so it looks like mYinsanity is gonna get that without any big problems. There comes the team. Yes, they're gonna get it. Maybe they can clean up after it. They're moving in already, and they are seeing an opportunity to maybe take down Ace of Spades, but no, they're just like a few seconds too late. Oh, the hook against Kilachino, but a quick vault is already making sure that he's not gonna go down here. So a nice reaction by him. Top lane is being pushed. Of course, mYinsanity has to start to move to the top to maybe deal with that. Looks like they don't really care. They take the damage on the 4 and instead let the 4 deal with the golem. Down to the bottom, we have the very similar situation. Well, actually not quite, because they have like 4 heroes moving in. Nice! Against Black Scorp. That's not really the hero. This is not the hook that he was looking for. And that's the Gorge. But there we have also the tribute, and that's the important one. Oh, Freds might be in trouble here, even with the sustain build. No, he can't do it. He goes down, and the Judgment against the Khaldor. No Ravenous Spirit. Nice interrupt that we saw there. And the Illidans, they are on the hunt. That name is well deserved. And once again, Black Scorp on the Chen, just jumping in, hitting that keg like a true drunk, and making sure that he gets another hero kill. No, not just quite. Ace of Spades is just out of range. damage, but Black Scorp jumps in, drops him, and kicks him full in the face. Lowell is trying to escape on the Mirrodin, and he might be the only one who gets away there. Oh, Black Scorp! He doesn't care! He doesn't care at all. They're trying to drop the Mirrodin now too, but it's already a bit too late. The curse is there, level 14 against level 12, and why on God's green earth are the Spanish teams so damn good? You know, like when the Spanish, or like, you know, when the Swedish players, for example, when they started to dominate games like Counter-Strike, when they did really well in Warcraft, or like also in StarCraft, I could understand that. Sweden, apparently, there's so much nature depending on where you live. There's nothing around you. It's boring as hell. There's nothing to do, so you just play computer games, you get really good at that stuff, and then you start traveling and you just rock the esports world. Spain, on the other hand, there's always sun. I mean, in my head, Spain is just like a country where you can go party, you can go to the beach, you have like a very sunny environment, you always want to go outside. Why are all these guys so damn good? Like, we have so many good Spanish teams. It's actually insane. I feel that's not fair. If you live in a shitty country where the weather is always horrible, you are supposed to be pretty darn good at esports. At least you in video games. If you live in a country like Spain, you are not supposed to be good. You have no right to be good. But for some reason, these boys, they rock it. Oh my god, that drop against Mirrodin. Oh, he gets away, the double stun on the Bolt. But in comes Polator and takes him on. Well done, and the hook missing here in the last second. That double rewind didn't help him at all. Job well done here so far by the Illidans. We Are Not Prepared is doing work, and they're really doing a lot of work right now. Well, Kilachino, Black Scorp, and Falcon, they are putting in, and so far it looks like Twitch chat was right. It looks very much like Team mYinsanity was not really prepared here. The Judgment, and they just blast Ace of Spades away on the Brightwing. He got annihilated, he got erased out of the game. That's how far they kicked his ass away. Very well done by the team. I have to say that they are doing an amazing job here. That Tyrael pick doing extreme work with Judgment, always initiating in, stopping heroes from the retreat. He is really putting the pain on mYinsanity right now, and with 14 versus 16, nearly 3 levels down, mY is hurting. They are hurting a lot, and it doesn't really look like there is any mercy left for the Spanish Inquisition. That's usually Team El Nexo, but hell, man. Just like, whatever, this time it looks like we have them just doing way too much work. This team that we have right in front of us. The Illidans, the Spanish team, and they are doing this extremely well. But the game isn't over yet. We have 15 versus 17. And it's not really a game where mYinsanity is looking extremely strong right now. 10 kills versus 0. That's a very, very dominant performance that we have so far. But the one thing that we still have to say is that once the 16 talent is reached, if you win the team fight, then you can just turn things around. And mYinsanity has usually pretty good control within the fights. They have very good coordination. I just feel that they are pretty much countered when it comes to KSL's heroic ability. The Ravenous Spirit so far in this game hasn't done anything. Thanks to the, of course, Uther, thanks to the Tyrael, and also to the grenades that we saw from Tychus. And that just does a lot of work. Once again, we have the entire Spanish team up to the top, and they are already preparing to take the tribute that we have there. We have bosses up, at least one of them. The boss is right there, they could take that. We already have over here Kilachino, yep, takes the tribute. And we have the rest of the team just moving towards the boss. And that's of course what mYinsanity expects, and that's the one chance that they have right now. But they need to jump up to the top with Ace of Spades. He needs to go in right now, and that is what he does. Goes into the bushes and then jumps up to Lowell. Here comes the attack. Where's the hook? Oh god, he misses it. That was a bad hook. And that was a hook that they needed. But here comes the heroic ability, and this time it's not interrupted. This time it's not. This time they could win the fight here potentially. It does a lot of work. Nice Ace of Spades being attacked by the Judgment here. Tyrael doing work, taking him down. And the heroic ability of KSL ran out. He did the damage, but it's not enough. Reds is about to die. 2 down, and they go straight for Mirrodin. Mirrodin running away on his Direwolf. T-Darker is still in the vicinity. The hammer is ancient history, and T-Darker isn't done just yet. They go in. KSL is being dropped now as well, and goodbye Nazebo. Was nice knowing you. And mYinsanity in this game at least, they are getting completely shredded by their opponents. I mean, they are looking at the rubble that was formerly their mid keep, and now the top keep is also being attacked here. This is really getting nasty. And this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good for mYinsanity at all. That keep is going to fall. That boss is going to help them with that. They could, of course, also heal Blackscorp once the Khaldor is in a position where he can throw another heal. They still have the mana available. And they don't even press their advantage to like go in and maybe even try to core it. It's too early. They know that the boss is going to help him, but why risk it? You can always just like move down, take another tribute, work towards another curse. Oh, but a hook like that could turn things around. Thank God that sprint was still up for Khaldor. He gets away for now, and I don't think that Stitches will be able to just gorge him. Nope. Then not this time. Not this time. That hook was down for another like 10 seconds at least. And right now we have them just, we have Tidaka moving up to the top, trying to maybe set up another trap here, especially since, of course, the boss is now up for them. But with a hard camp being attacked, oh my god, they find the target, they find the Ace of Spades, and that Judgment just locked him down long enough for the rest of the team to jump in and take him on. They are doing so well right now. They're 2 levels ahead still, and with now the Brightwing out of the game, they can go straight for the boss, and that's exactly what they do. Brightwing is dead, and they go for the boss once again. The hook, this time it's hitting, but the dash by Falcon saves him. And there's no way for mYinsanity to just go in again. They can't engage. Like, how would they do that? Lowell jumping in with the dwarf, trying to maybe like contest that. That's not going to happen anytime soon. There's the boss, and now they can maybe even annihilate the bottom keep if they want to. But another tribute is about to spawn, and with that they would curse the opponent. That of course would be perfect timing for them. Having the boss on the map at the same time and taking them down. Going straight up into the middle now to take down the Mercenary Lord enhanced camp that is pushing the mid lane, the Bruiser camp. Down at the bottom, mYinsanity has to deal with the boss, and the boss is already starting to move in, taking down another tower, and the tribute is all the way up at the top, and mYinsanity has to eat that curse. They can't change it. They have to eat the curse. There's no other way. I mean, what else are you going to do? Fight for that? Good luck with that. While the boss is pushing the bottom lane, then you can kiss your keep goodbye, and that's something that they don't really want to do. We have at the top currently Khaldor just like grabbing that, and another big problem what they have is actually that, well, with that already taken, there's like everything for free on the map now for the Illidans, for Team We Are Not Prepared. And they have level 20. Double Resurgence, the Blink on the Vala with the Ball of the Storm, we have the Divine Hurricane, and we also have the big red button. And have fun dealing with that. That's a 3-level advantage at this point, at least for another like 10-20 seconds, unless another wave is being taken, so that's finally at least the level 18 on the board. But that alone is already low. They're already looking for a push towards the bottom lane where the keep is still alive, and they're gonna get that. Easy peasy, no questions asked. Like, look at that. That's not even a fight. That's a massacre right there. Blackscorp is getting hooked, but only into the building, so he drops off the hook again. And here comes that battle right now. They are starting to walk towards the core, and that's exactly, of course, where they want to finish the game, with a 2-level advantage and the curse on the opponent's team for another 14 seconds. That's the chance that they need, the chance that they want. Maybe another kill. Where's Kaysil trying to get into position? Where's the Tyrael on the other hand? Kaysil all the way up at the top. That doesn't do. That is not enough. Here comes the potential kill against Shinobu. Judgment, Smite, and Shinobu is still alive, but not for long. Goes down and drops, and bam, Ace of Spades is eliminated as well. Body block, does he get away? Oh, a close one, but yeah, he does. 40% on the core, and in this first game, it is over. GG, as the Illidans take down mYinsanity in game number 1 here at the GO4Heroes final. The second game on the same map. So the best of 3 starts in the map number 2 with a lead for the Illidans, aka Team We Are Not Prepared. To the left side of the map we have once again mYinsanity starting in blue here with Ace of Spades on the Brightwing with Lowell on the Mirrodin. Kaysil is playing Tassadar today, and Fred's on Stitches as Shinobu picked up the hammer again. To the right side we have Khaldor on the Uther for the Illidans, we have Tidaka on the Tyrael, Kilchino with the Vala, Falcon on the Tigers, and Blackscorp on Zeratul. The bans in the game have been a ban on Chen, and then we also saw a ban on the Abathur. So with the Zeratul pick, it was just a matter of time until mYinsanity would pick the Tassadar here, but they went for the tank once again, and interestingly enough, the Tyrael being the only frontliner, disregarding the Uther for a second, the only tank that we have for Team yeah, for the Illidans, for Team We Are Not Prepared. So that is going to be quite the interesting matchup when it comes to the composition, since we have a double tank lineup, which is pretty brutal. It's like all about the question whether they can keep the heroes alive or not. And I mean, of course, the Illidans here, the initiation that they have is great, and they have a lot of potential there to lock down heroes later on with a Void Prism into a Divine Storm, into a Rain of Vengeance. Also, of course, the Judgment on Material. So there's really a lot of CC that they have on the team that they can utilize, but they are not as tanky as mYinsanity is. And I feel that tankiness is going to come into play at some point. To the bottom lane, it is the Uther going up against Lowell, and it's basically the guys with a beard fighting against each other. Like, both of them need a proper shave, in my opinion, but hell, who am I to judge? At the top lane, we have still a 3 versus 3, Black Scorp, Killer Chino, and Falcon, moving up against Ace of Spades, Shinobu, and also Kesil. Trying to use that. Kesil actually this time on the Tacita, which can of course help on a map like this with his storms. I mean, there are a lot of small corridors. When the tributes spawn, you will be able to maybe even get a full storm on one of the opponent's team, which would be great for them. Looking at the talents now, we have Stormbolt on 1, once again skilled by Lowell on his Mirrodin. The Storm build for Kesil's Tacita, and the Siege Tank, interestingly enough, there going for the Resistant talent again. And that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, talking about the Judgment, as we already did. Looking at the opponent's talents, that's also quite what you would expect. Their Smite. Oh, nice move there, actually, with a grenade, pushing him into the tower range. Black Scorp has to go back and heal up. But still, so far, both teams doing quite well, just like making sure that they get the experience on the lanes, that nothing unforeseen is going to happen there. We already have Shinobu at the top with a... he's probably going to go for the first aid again, which is pretty much the build that he prefers on the tank, and with the first tribute spawning at the bottom lane, a lot of heroes have to start to rotate down there, and that's what the tank immediately does. Shinobu is of course the weak link in the composition when it comes to mobility. Even though he can use his Z, it's going to take quite some time for him to arrive at the other end of the map, and so far he didn't even do that. Here comes also Singularity Spike. Shinobu slowed down, and that tank is crawling like a snail. But we have Frats not in a position where he can really get that tribute already. Keep in mind that mYinsanity is down 1 game. Like, if they don't win here, then the victor of today's GO4Heroes Tournament is going to be the Spanish team, is going to be the Illidans, aka Team We Are Not Prepared. Oh, Tidaka again with a quick jump here, Smite being used. And Frats still not getting that tribute. Nice move from Black Scorp, dodging that hook once again. Frats has that thing today where he doesn't like hit any hooks in the early game, but then later on, when we had him playing in the late game, he suddenly hits every single one of them. Tidaka extremely low, gets the shield in the last second. Killer Chino once again making sure that this is not happening. Oh, they need to interrupt, and they go for the interrupt, and immediately the blink before the polymorph hits. Good dodge on the hook again. Nice move also here with a multi-shot. Really well done. Ace of Spades is about to get that, but look at that experience lead that we have by now for the team. And again, Black Scorp doesn't get away. Oh, just barely. Yeah, that hook is not hitting, but yeah, for now, they actually let that go. They have a bit of an experience lead. Not really all that much, but still. They have a level 7 a little bit faster, and that allows them to go for the double. Battle momentum again. We have at the same time the Gust of Healing for the Brightwing, and as you can see down here, of course, the first aid kit already on the Siege Tank. Why a Siege Tank needs a first aid kit, I will never really know. Like, once we have that small gnome there, like looking out of the tank, why would she need a first aid kit? I mean, she is in a tank. Why on earth, like, would she need a first aid kit? I don't get that. But still, the first aid kit being used there. If anything, then you need a mechanic. So Blizzard should probably rename that for the Siege Tank to call it like Mechanical Aid or something. Like, I don't even know. The push up to the top lane is real again. Bam! Single shot against that tower, and it is dropped. Like, whoever constructed that, I hope that they had insurance, because that was a bit too easy. Shinobu is doing his thing here, and we have so far not a single kill in the game. Not one. And the tribute is spawning, and this time it looks like the Illidans are in a better spot. At least they are setting up their position way faster. We have Tyrael not with them though, and Tyrael is their only tank if you so want. He's now making his way up to the top, so this is probably just going to be a bit of a delay tactic. Where is the Stitches? The Stitches is all the way down here and could go for that hook, and he will. Already moving in, both teams on level 9. Here comes the Tyrael. Fred's in trouble, uses Devour in the last second and actually gets away and hooks Khaldor in. But the heal from the Uther is more than enough to help him out in that situation. Already Ace of Spades trying to interrupt that again, and he gets that interrupt. Level 10 is going to hit a bit faster for mYinsanity right now if everything continues as it does right at this point, because we have Muradin just now moving up to the top. So it was a 5 versus 4 for quite some time. Falcon might be interrupted again, and yes he is. That hook is there, and immediately Lowell jumping in. Where is that Storm Bolt? Where is that Bolt? He doesn't hit it yet. And Uther is going for that heal once more. Tidaka is in the wrong spot at the wrong time. He's down, and that's level 10. And that is going to give them, of course, that second tribute. mYinsanity is going to take that, no questions asked. They're a bit faster, and they're doing a really good job in the early game here. The first kill goes to them, and therefore the first blood. We have Freds being pushed back by 2 heroes in the mid lane, but all the way up down to the bottom lane. We have Falcon very much alone, and he makes sure that that experience lead that we saw from mYinsanity earlier is completely negated, and they have that now again. At the top lane, Shinobu needs to be careful as Vala jumps in and lets a quick multi-shot take his hit points down. At the bottom lane, it's once again that battle that we have with the Dwarf going up against Tigers there. The Renegade with his machine gun is trying to take down this Storm Bolt hammering Dwarf. And up at the top is that try and 4 lane that we have. Quadruple lane, that's what we have right now from them. They're about to move in for this one. Black Scorp is with his team still on level 10. They're getting the level 11 right now. But the rotations, they are strong. And this time it's a curse that the Spanish team has to fight for. Now they have no choice unless they want to take the curse. And I doubt that they want to do that. Not this early in the game. That lead in experience would just completely snowball out of proportion. Right now we have them just with a bit of a setup, but they don't even have the entire team together. They're still waiting for the Zeratool to move back, and that's where we have him right now. Are we going to see that setup with the Rain of Vengeance, with of course also the Void Prison? He's trying to move in from the back. The hook! Oh, the hook against him, and well done with the Gorge. He gets that. Nice! Great bubble that we have being used there, and they're initiating against the tank, and Shinobu, wow, he's being dropped before the fight even starts. That Void Prison has delayed everything so well. Job well done. Kazel might be in trouble there too, but Khaldor's very low, gets stunned and taken out. 1 for 1 in this battle now. A second hero goes down. It is the Tacita, and now it's time to hunt down the Stitcher. Singularity Spike, where is it? Trying to go for the slow, nice grenade. Fred's being pushed back, but he just barely survives. No, he does not. Tidaka jumps in on material and just shows him how's it done. Zeigt, wo der Frosch die Locken hat. And at the same time down at the bottom, of course, the towers are going to be destroyed there as well. Job well done so far by the Spanish team. 3 kills against 2 overall on the board. At the top lane, we have Ace of Spades getting more experience for his team, but the level 13 talent is going to be faster for the Spanish team regardless. The Illidans are once again on the hunt apparently, and we have Lowell quite low here on the Muradin on half health, but he gets the Storm Bolt in. I doubt that he gets more than that, but Falcon just like dashes away just to be on the safe side. And of course that battle for the bosses is going to start very soon, and that's where also the battle between the Tacita and the Zeratool is going to come into play. We need that Oracle for mYinsanity to make sure that Zeratool is not in the area when they are trying to take a boss, since he could just simply use his Void Prison to steal the boss away, and that's like the most annoying thing that can happen to you. If you did all the work and then suddenly a Zeratool moves in and just like takes the boss, and everything was in vain that you did for the past few minutes there. Suddenly Khaldor and all of them waiting at the tribute, trying to just like take that. We have the talents taking on 13, and well, that could be another fight. What about the hook? Nice storm there, already revealing the position. And up at the top we have Freds in a spot where he's trying to disrupt that. There comes the hook. Oh, great hook against Falcon. Very well done. And once again uses the Void Prison here to just stall out the fight. A lot of damage done during the time against the opponent's team. Initiation against Shinobu again. Kazel already low thanks to the Rain of Vengeance. Are they going to get the kill? Yes, the Tacita is dead. Tacita is dead, and what else are they going to get here? Khaldor is so low, but he's always just like trying to go in for another bit of DPS, and he's dishing that damage out now. Lowell is being dropped, the Dwarf not making it. They are all so low, but still, even without a big tank here, they are able to do so much work. But Tidaka might die now, Yeah, Tidaka going down, and Black Scorp maybe with an opportunity to do some damage there. No. It is the Uther who saves him for now. 1 kill, 5 kills versus 3 overall, and Black Scorp is already waiting for another hook to be thrown here. He's just in a position, but he's extremely low there, gets the heal, blinks away, Falcon moving in. That tribute is still up for grabs, and they cannot give it to mYinsanity. They would be cursed. They have the level 15 talent. Well, there's no 15 talent, but they have that stat advantage a bit faster if they stick it out with that. But it looks like it's going to be a curse. It looks very much like it's going to be the curse against the team. And yeah, the Illidans are starting to struggle here a bit. They're going to lose at least one of the forts now that they are cursed. The mid fort, on the other hand, is very likely to drop as well, since we suddenly have 3 heroes rotate towards that. Well, scratch that, make that 4. So suddenly 5 actually, since the entire team rotates down to the bottom, and drop Killer Chino as well. Nice rotation by mYinsanity now in this game. They're doing very well here. They apparently want to force another game. They want to force the 3rd game in that series. And we have them already moving straight down to the bottom. Yep, there is Black Scorp, and he needs to be careful. Like, if he gets like CC'd in just a bad spot there, like in the middle of 4 heroes, then it's all lights out from there on out. 16 talent would of course be amazing. Like, as soon as they get the 16 talent, mYinsanity is going to have a significant lead, and they are already trying to run towards the boss to get that. And that's where the Oracle, as mentioned before, is going to be extremely important, since they need to use that before Zeratul moves in and takes it. The fort at the top has just now been dropped, and the entire team, the Spanish team, is moving towards the left side. There comes the Oracle. Did he just use? Did I see that right? That would have been a very, very early Oracle use. I don't really like that too much. Well, but Void Prism is there, and he takes it, doesn't he? No, he's polymorphed, and he's dropped. Great move by mYinsanity. Very well done. They get the detection off, and they take him down. They grab the boss, and this is like the perfect spot for them. Not only do they have the boss pushing the bottom lane, they also were able to take down one of the opponents before they even moved in with this. And for another 27 seconds, it's going to be a 5 versus 4, and mYinsanity is in a great spot. Much better game for them than it was in the last game. Even bribing now the Siege Giant camp here, doing a great job. The double tank line up is doing wonders for them. They're moving into the middle, leaving the opponent to just like deal with the double push down at the bottom with the Siege Giants and also the boss, which is definitely going to wreck at least the wall, if not the keep, if they don't pay attention to that. And the rest of the team just moves up and tries to capture another boss, take it away from the opponent, maybe push in with that, attempting to drop a keep. Good rotations by mYinsanity so far. The Spanish team definitely not taking this lightly, and they are actually willing to sacrifice a few structures at the bottom lane in order to prevent that boss from being taken. Very cool move here on the map. A bit ballsy, but I like it. The bottom lane is of course now being pushed in, and that's the risk that you run, that you're gonna lose one of the keeps if you don't deal with that. And the more time is bought by mYinsanity, the better for them. They are binding a ton of time right now. Only Zeratul moving down to the bottom lane, and he's trying to drop the boss, and he will, but look at that keep. That keep is down to half health. And suddenly mYinsanity can fight here at the top. One good hook is all that they need to drop one of the heroes, but at least the Illidans were able to make sure that the boss isn't taken. It's only the hard cam, at least for now, but the problem is that could of course change any seconds. Now that we have the entire team in position, they will deal with the knights, and they might be able to deal with more. The hook is not hitting anything, but always of course great to have that hook in your arsenal as a weapon to just disrupt your opponent's line. Nice mines there as well, pushing the Darker out. Looking once again at the keep at the bottom. Halfway down in hit points, and well, this is going to be the boss for the Spanish team. Yes, the Spaniards are moving in. They're trying to take that. Black Scorp with its singularity spikes here. Uh-oh. Team mYinsanity, they are on the move. Is it going to be the hook? Are they going to go for that? Stitches is in position. Is he hooking the word? There it is, and he gets Vala. No, not Vala. Immediate polymorph and Killer Cheetah. Wow, that clutch heal by Polator. Great bubble as well. The Void Prism trapping threats, and Casey the Brightwing is down. Vala too. Darker needs to move back. They don't have a big tank. They don't have one. They need to dish it out with the DPS. Falcon drops out of the Odin. Oh god, and the Tyrael is dead meat as Shinobu, and the tank just barely gets away, but Black Scorp is already on the hunt. He's trying to jump in. Doesn't really get it. Oh, does he? Oh, the quick cleave. One cleave is all that he needs, and he drops it. Drops the tank, and Kazel is low as well. It's a 2 for 2, a 3 for 2 in favor of mYinsanity. Ah, god. The boss, by the way, taken, and this time by team the Illidans. So we have them at the top lane, dropping one of the forts. It's 18 versus 18 the levels. This is once again a very, very close game here. And, well, will mYinsanity be able to get another tribute? It looks very much like it. I mean, with only 3 heroes up against 3, and just the Tyrael, not one of them, it seems very likely that they would even try to contest this. That was, of course, like, that's the weak point in their strategy right now, that they very much depend on the Illidan to just block a bit, to block the damage, to hold the front line so that the entire backline is not attacked the entire time. And of course, what they are trying to do is utilize the Zeratul to just peel a bit for the heroes, just like imprison 1 or 2 with a Void Prism here, drop 1 hero before the Void Prism is over, and then turn it into a 4 versus 5 where they have a bit more bigger room. But that was not really the case in most of the fights. The kills are still quite even. 7 against 8. As long as they can somehow get that first kill, they will be in a good spot, and the Void Prism is crucial for that. Stitches is starting to take down those mercenary camps. They have another camp pushing at the top lane. Zeratul in the middle with another quick cleave, getting the damage in against that camp that has been sent their way. And the experience is nearly on a level. Very, very slight lead for mYinsanity. Not a big one. And mYinsanity is, of course, trying to increase that with the Brightwing jumping up to the top lane, but he's already moving back since he realizes that he's pretty much super exposed, and he's, of course, a very big draw to the Illidans right now, because they are hunting. They like to hunt, and in the last game, mYinsanity was not prepared. This time they might. We have the red team, the Spanish team at the top lane, trying to grab another tribute. They're going to get that, but as it seems, we are having mYinsanity move down to the bottom lane, and apparently they want to drop the keep. And yep, there it is. There's the hammer, there's the napalm, and Tidanka is there. Top is taken. Tribute, of course. Falcon is there now too, and mYinsanity has to move away. Good split, really good split. Leaving only Polato up there, he takes it, and B's back as well. They don't really have to go for that fight in this situation. The boss is up at the bottom lane again, so most of the action is going to happen there regardless. We have Polato actually moving back for now, not even hitting the B button, not using that Hearthstone just yet. But this is a that was a very good split that they had. Just showing 1-2 heroes and telling mYinsanity, hey boys, you don't want to fight yet. Not now. Decent moves there. What about the hook? Do we get one? Nah, don't think so. Same build that he has been using in all of the games. Like Stitches is going straight for that hook again. For the long range hook, of course, for the fishing hook. Oh, Lowell is being found out and jumps back just in time. Uses the avatar though. Nice bait out. So avatar has been used, and that of course is one heroic ability that's already down. You don't really want to fight with your heroes not having their heroic abilities in one of those big and important battles. Bottom lane is being taken, the experience that is. Up to the top, Ace of Spades doing the same thing. The 20 for mYinsanity. It isn't there yet for the opponent's team. Ooh, Black Scorp with just barely getting the opportunity to blink away from that. But they don't have the 20. They don't have the talent. There's triple Resurgent on the board now for mYinsanity, and they are starting to take another tribute. That would be their second one. And yes, they get it. So the next tribute is going to determine who is Did you see that? Wow. That was close. That was extremely close. And there it is. Double Bowl of the Storm, Commandeer Odin, 1 single Resurgence, and the fight for the boss, of course. What else? Tychus isn't there yet. It's only a bit of... yeah, he's only just like trying to test the waters, I feel. Having a bit of a look what exactly is going on there, if there's really already a fight with the boss or not. And now we have them moving just down to the bottom, where of course another fort can be pressured as well. Up to the top. Well, so far it doesn't really look like mYinsanity wants to attack the boss. They just want to hook somebody in there. They want to get somebody close, and there's of course another quick vision with a sword. Throws that in, sees what's going on there, and they're just dropping the fort down to the bottom. Easily. Like, there's not even a contest. Like, this fort with that much damage this late in the game, that's just like dropping within a second. And that's the tribute that's important right now. And of course, if your Stitch is right here, he can get that hook. He needs to get that hook. He has to get that hook. Especially if one of them starts to channel the tribute, you need to get that hook in. And you want that hook, of course. Everything is set up. The mines are there. The entire setup is there. Oh, but Black Scorp is low. He gets hooked and eaten. That might be it. That might be the kill that they need. There's the Void Prism. Doesn't get it. Down he goes. Zeratul is down. And Tidaka is being stunned out, or at least was for a second until Polata moved in. Kesel is extremely low. Heals himself up with a dimensional shift as the Tyrael moves back. Gets stunned maybe. Yes, and drops as well. 2 heroes dead already. Another hook against Polator and the Uther. Does he still have his... No, he didn't even take Sprint. Yes, he did take Sprint, but Sprint apparently down, moves into the opponent's fort or keep to get away. But of course, this is going to be cursed against them. And while Brightwing is channeling the last tribute, they are already taking the boss right here, which is going to be the perfect timing for them. Very, very well done. There we go. That boss is taken, but also a pretty decent move that we have on the other side from team the Illidans. Team We Are Not Prepared. They immediately start taking their top boss because they say, alright, while they are busy taking the bottom boss, we have a bit of a timing window here where we can just like take the boss at the top and make sure that they do not get both. We're most likely gonna lose at least the keep now, but at least we can have a bit of a counter push with the boss up at the top lane, and we make sure that they don't get to push 2 of our lanes. So once again, Brightwing moving in. Ace not using bribe stacks now. I don't know if he has a few. Let's see. He has actually like no bribe stacks just yet. We have them taking that camp regardless, just like taking it on the old-fashioned way. And also the boss, of course, now moving in. Good time. Oh my God, they got a hook on Falcon. Wow, Tychus was hooked out and they got that kill, and now it's a 5 versus 4. This could be game ending. Having the boss pushing in, the team cursed, another great hook, and Killer Chino blinks away. Here comes the stun from the Uther, the bubble being used too. As long as they can hold that out, all the heroic abilities are down. The boss is still moving in. Rain of Vengeance not killing anything. Brightwing might die, but yep, there comes the judgment, and Brightwing is taken out. But they already lost too, and they are just losing way too much HP on that core already. Tidaka and Killer Chino are trying to prevent the worst, but the Gorge is taking Nirvana out of the battle as well. This is going to be game. We're going to see a third map between the Illidans and Meet Your Makers, aka mYinsanity. mYinsanity, of course. We're going to see a third game here at the GO4Heroes final. Alright guys, welcome to the final map, the third map in the best of 3 series here at the GO4Heroes Tournament. Zeratul and Abathur have been banned, and it is mYinsanity up against the Illidans, aka of course team We Are Not Prepared. To the left side we have them in blue with Polator on the Uther, Tidaka on the Chen, Falcon is playing Falstad, Blackscorp, the Arthurs in this game, and Killer Chino playing the Tychus. To the right side, mYinsanity with Lol on the Illidan, Shinobu on the Vala, Ace of Spades on Brightwing, Freds on Muradin, and Kesel on the Tassadar. Pretty cool game that we have, especially since we are on this third map, finally on a different map than Cursed Hollow. We had that map 2 times in a row now, and this time it is actually... Oh, they're going to backdoor one of the waves. I like it. We haven't seen that move in an eternity. They're going to go straight for the wave up there. Nice. Very cool move. That was something that happened a long time ago. Teams were doing that, and it means that the front wave up here at the top is going to arrive at the towers much faster. Very well done there. So the ammunition on the tower is going to be really low, and Tidaka and Falcon are trying to take that wave down as fast as they can. But yeah, now the entire battle is just moving forward towards those 2 towers, and that's great if you want to take one of them down early on in the game, because then the first barrage that you get with the ghost ship is going to take down the fort as well. As you can see, Hungering Arrow or Stiffening Arrow as predicted here from good old Shinobu, since he's going for the exact same build that we've seen earlier played by Team Acer. At this point, though, we have Bribe being used by 2 heroes. Falstad and Brightwing are going both for that. At the bottom lane, it's a tri-lane setup with Polator, Blackscorp, and Killer Chino on Tychus, Arthurs, and also, of course, Uther. The bans, as mentioned before, were Abathur and Zeratul in this game. And we have more of a traditional setup now for the Spanish team. The Illidans going for a double tank there, with not only the Muradin, but then also, as you can see, the... well, actually, sorry, it was the Muradin is of course being picked by mYinsanity, and mYinsanity is playing with Illidan and Muradin, and the Spanish team, which I wanted to talk about a second ago, is going for the double tank lineup with the Chen and the Arthurs at the top. We also have them with 2 range DPS, with a Falstad and with the Tychus here. Ooh, and Illidan being killed here already. A fight actually down in the mid lane. And that was quite interesting. I mean, right now with such an early Illidan kill, they already take a bit of a lead in experience. Not really something that's gonna make or break the game here for them, but still, that's of course always awesome if you get their first blood. It's also good for the confidence. Now we have Envenom taken on the Arthurs, and with that early talent that they have, they might be able to get maybe a bit more in there. Nice early camp, 2 minutes in. That's, by the way, the new time when the camps spawn. 2 minutes into the game, they appear on the map, and that is something that Freds and Lowell want to use right away. Take one down with the help of the Illidan and the Muradin. The Dwarf and Illidan both trying to cap that as soon as they can, and they maybe push in the top lane. And the top lane currently, Tidaka going up against Kaisil and Shinobu there. He needs to be careful on the Chen. So far he doesn't have his heroic ability, so staying alive is a little bit tougher than once he hits the heroic ability. Down to the bottom lane, what do we have there? Polato still holding his own against Ace of Spades, and a move straight into the mid lane where apparently Blackscope was trying to turn in. Oh, the missed Stormbolt by Freds. Howling Blast not hitting too much either though. Oh, and Killer Chino, well, goodbye Tychus. He's not gonna survive that, is he? No way! The dash away in the last second, but Falcon is paying the price! Yes, the bird goes down. The feathers plucked and the turkey for breakfast. Falstead dying here, and that is 1 kill for a kill. So both of the teams with 1 kill so far in this game. And Killer Chino extremely low, had to tap well. At the top lane, we have Tidaka standing in the middle of the storm and just like hitting the jug there. So, yep, he at least holds his own against Kaisil, but as you can see, Tassadai is starting to push that in hard. And even that Breath of Fire is not going to help him with that. We have down to the bottom lane, 1 camp taken. Blackscope and Palazzo doing their best to take the Bruiser camp here. And of course the reason why this wall is also pushed in this hard is not only Tacita, but also that hard camp that was taken earlier. Another set of chests already spawning on the map, and Shinobu in the mid lane is trying to deal with Falcon. And of course, as Falstad is alone against 4, he can't take a single coin there. That means 11 coins on Freds, another 5 on Lowell. The bottom chest is soon to be taken, but mYinsanity has a sick amount of coins here. Like, that's getting extremely difficult now for a team, for the Illidans here. For Team We Are Not Prepared, they need to contest that, and they have 12 coins on their own. And those are being turned in. That's going to be an immediate ship for them, and they have nearly another ship already set up. Like, both of the teams have actually, like, hogging coins the entire time. Have a massive amount of them. And, yep, that's the first barrage against the mid lane here from mYinsanity. And they're not going to drop that one. There is no mule. None of those teams has a mule right now, which is, of course, always a tricky choice, especially when you're looking at the Tacita, who has the only hero that is currently an option of going for a mule here for the team. But you don't really want to use that, because that additional storm talent that we see currently with a static charge is just the standard that we have for this hero. But mule is very strong on this map to keep those forts alive, and that's exactly what they're trying to do. We have at the same time down to the bottom lane, Killer Chino taking down the mercenaries that were taken, and maybe another turn in already. No, not quite. They don't get that just yet, but we have that hard camp pushing the top lane now, where Lowell and Freds with 16 coins in total are starting to deal with the Knights first with the Bruisers here, and start to push that in once more. And also Blackscope with another 11 coins is turning them in. Better safe than sorry. Turn those coins in while you can, and Killer Chino is trying to complete that. That would not only drop the fort in the mid lane, it would also take down the towers here at the top and give a lot of experience to the team. But mYinsanity counters that with a super early boss here. 5 minutes in, they're gonna go straight for the boss, and that might result in them getting that. But on the other hand, suddenly we have 2 heroes contesting it, and they need to move back, and the only thing that happened is that they lost a lot of time. They might lose more than that. Oh, the level 10! There it is, the stun, and also the shock, and oh my god, mYinsanity is in trouble. They are so low, and they are being hunted, and the ghost ships. Oh god, those cannonballs are just like wrecking them. Tacita is already down, and they are just moving straight for that fort, and they're gonna get it. That's the second fort that falls, and they have an entire level advantage now. Yep, the fort is down. They killed 1 hero. It's 2 kills versus 1 in total, and now they can just simply move up and take the boss, can't they? 5 seconds on the Tacita, no way for him to come in, but mYinsanity might try to contest that after all, but this is getting extremely tricky right now. Once again, we have Strafe being used by the Vala here. but the boss is very, very low. They're still waiting. Shinobu with another multi-shot that he already used, and the first ghost ship finally for the red team. But the boss has been captured, and that of course is a very bad spot now for mYinsanity to be in. Not only did they lose 2 of the forts against the push that we saw from the Illidans, but they also are now in a position where they have to deal with the boss. And that boss is mercilessly just walking towards the keep at the bottom right, using a quick slam to take a few hit points off Lowell, and then we have the rest of the team just moving in there once again. And with that, let's have a quick look at the coins. We have currently 5 coins, 8 coins in total for mYinsanity. We have 6 coins for the opponent's team, but now with the entire MYI team being busy at the top, they can just simply push the wall and down to the bottom lane. And the problem with that is, of course, that once you take down structures, all those ghost ship cannonballs are not being wasted on that anymore. That means every single tower, every single well that you take down is a huge victory for you. They're already moving up to the right side where we have, oh god, Ace of Spades. Was he actually, did he actually bribe that? Did he bribe the camp and then Tidaka moved in? They're jumping in just straight away, dropping the well and about to drop now also the fort, and that is just bad news. That's super bad news. Black Scorp has 8 coins, that's 10 coins, 12 coins on them already, and then take that down. God, mYinsanity is in trouble. They're really in trouble. This is the last game. This is the last map that we have in this best of 3. Whoever takes it here is going to win the finals, ladies and gentlemen. And mYinsanity is off to a really bad start. If that coin package here gets turned in, it means another ghost ship for the Illidans. For Team We Are Not Prepared. And that might happen right now. And if that happens, I mean, they have the extra talent already. That's triple relentless that we're currently seeing there. That Muradin is not going to do anything when it comes down to the stun. And of course, Brightwing is also going to have a pretty tough time to get his polymorph through and really doing some damage with that. As you can see, or like some disable. That's the ghost ship right there, and that's going to attack the mid lane and push that in. And if they just like simply move in right now and take the wall down here, that's going to be bad as well. Apparently Lowell and the rest of the team want to take down the top fort, but I don't see them really achieving anything there. Even if they get it, it's going to be a very bad trade for them, since they lose another wall down to the bottom lane. The towers and the gate are already gone, and that means all of those additional cannonballs that they're going to get later on will go straight for the keep. It's a super bad position that I be in. Tidaka is a little bit too slow though, and that's the fight. Is that a fight really that mYinsanity wants to take? Lowell! Oh my god, like he just got away with his heroic ability. Oh, but the kill against the Muradin. Muradin down, and they jump the fort now. They jump the fort and they are about to kill Shinobu. He might survive, but it's gonna be a close one. Shinobu survives barely, but that cannot be said from the keep down here. The keep is not gonna make it. The keep is not going to survive this. It's gonna get wrecked, and that is a first keep. 9 minutes into the game, they kill keep number 1. Killer Chino is at this point attacked though, but they move back. And this is 3 kills against 1. If you think about the kills in this game, there weren't really a whole lot. But now the chests are of course being taken. We have Falstad already flying into the top chest, trying to capture this one. We have in the middle damage against the keep, not done just yet, but the next ship that they're gonna get is... The next ship is gonna drop the mid keep. And they can just like go for the objectives right now. The Spanish team is playing this absolutely great. They have double stone skin now, as well as you can hear, imposing presence on the Uther. And all of that just makes it so hard for mYinsanity to drop a single hero here. And the team is just like rotating through the map, taking camp after camp, capturing more and more coins. They have already 10 coins, 11 coins. How about the Falstad? Here's another 5. That's currently 15 coins that they have there. If they take one more camp, they have an immediate turn in and can drop that keep over here. They do not need a whole lot. It's only 16 coin turn in just yet. That's not a whole lot. They are playing this so well right now, and mYinsanity in the second game, they look dominant. They did really a great job with this. But suddenly the Spanish team, like that turn, it isn't even contested. There's very little they can do about this. Tidaka was thinking about actually zoning for his team, but then they realized that there's nobody to zone there. There's a bit of a setup up to the top, but they were apparently like trying to set a small trap, but that didn't work. There's another like ship that is going to drop the keep. And then also going to attack the top lane where we have, well, all of the towers and also the walls still in position. But still, 16 versus 15, that's the talent lead that we see. The tower is taken, and let's see at the boss. 26 seconds. 26 seconds on the boss, and with that 16 talent, they should be able to take that. And this definitely is something that they can try to accomplish. There goes another keep, as already pointed out earlier. This keep is not going to be able to make it. And up at the top there we have now this wall completely being wrecked. And if the boss is being taken, like what exactly are they going to do then? The boss is going to move in. There's another 4 coins right there with the 2 that we already have on T-Darker. And they could just move with the boss and just move down, maybe even claim that hard camp that we have for mYinsanity towards the right side of the map, and then drop another keep. And then suddenly it's all the core, all about the core at that point. There's the turn-in, they're gonna get it, and what is that turn-in gonna do? It's gonna not even drop the bottom lane. It's not gonna even drop the bottom forward, and there comes the boss, and they move with the boss. And why? Because they have the 16 talent, at least they could. They could just take the hard camp there, and it looks like they wanna go for that. They are killing the walls already, and they should. It's just like vision that you give the team if you don't take them out. And that's why we have Khaldor going straight for this one as well. There's the trap. And that's, of course, the question. Can they spring the trap there? Shinobu is there. Here comes Right Wing, and they show it. They show it, and oh my god, T-Darker at the last second with a Storm, Earth, and Fire. That was a close one. And the bird is being attacked. Lowell is trying to drop him, but down goes the Illidan. Great focus that we have from the Spanish team. And that shotgun ore, that hit enough. And suddenly that boss is just walking through the wall, roots the Muradin as well. T-Darker is moving it back. Ace of Spades doesn't get him. He himself is being taken out, or is he? Yes, he is. Black Scorp with Frostburn moves in and just like completely destroys his face here. That sword doing damage, and it is going to be the last keep. This is the keep that they lost there. They have 2 heroes down. 2 heroes down, and well, are they moving back for now? Yeah, they're playing it safe. They're just taking the coins, and we're going to look at those coins once again. How many do they have? They're currently looking at 6 coins, and they will be able to grab another like 6. Guys, I also think that there's going to be a chest up soon and again. And once the chests are up, like, think about what happens here. Right now, the only thing that the Spanish team has to do is turn in another ship. That ship is nearly going to destroy the core on its own, and then they can just move in with a right click and finish it. mYinsanity is in a horrible position right now. They're in an awful spot. And they have the 16 talent now, finally, so they have a double blood for blood, and that's going to be great against the Chen. But if they are going to be able to use that and really turn things around here, that's of course a very, very big question. And I do not know how they could achieve that unless they turn one down there and they get him. They get one. They just like capture him on the map, and suddenly they start to turn things around. Do they get Khaldor as well? It's going to be another 2 coins, and of course the kill, and they get him. That's exactly what they needed to do, like getting a quick kill, getting a good engagement, and that's what they got. They get 2 kills. They got, I think in total, they got like 8 coins. 6 or 8 coins, something along the lines. And of course now what we're still having is that attempt to turn in. That's 10 coins right there. They get all 10. Another 8 coins, and they will be able to win the game. It was like, oh, Black Scorp, he's not going to make it here, is he? No, there's no way. Arthas goes down. That's a 3rd hero that they lost, but they turned in the coins that they had. And now the chests are spawning, and suddenly Meteor Makers, my god, like why do I always call them Meteor Makers throughout the entire series? MYI, of course, not MYM. mYinsanity is taking another 10 coins there. They already have 1 turn in now that is finally finishing off the keep, the fort at the bot lane, and it's going to then attack the mid lane with this. There's another opportunity to maybe kill a hero. They're at least trying to. Another camp is being taken, and mYinsanity might just come back here. They might just be able to start that comeback. It sounds a bit insane, but they have the coins. I mean, let's look at it again. They currently have still 7 coins that they can use, and they are going to get 3 more, and that will put them up to 12. And with 12 coins, they can nearly get another ship. It's not going to be quite another like barrage for them, but it's going to be extremely close. And in regards to the level, I mean, yes, they are behind, but not by a whole lot. It's just a little bit of experience that they are missing out on here. So at this point, it's not over yet. The Spanish team has still a great lead. I mean, like, let's not start to doubt that. They still have like 3 lanes putting in. They're in a great position. If they can just get a few coins and turn them in, they will be able to right-click the core at any point in the game. There's like 3 seconds on that camp down here. They're fighting for every coin right now. I don't even think that they want to go and fight any team battles here. What they are most likely going to do is just like try to scrape those 8 coins together and then go turn them in, get another ghost ship, and move with that. And there they have 2 coins. That's 2 right here. 34 seconds on the camp over there. We have another 2 coins right there. That's 6 coins already. And this one is up in a minute. So if they just get a few more coins and turn them in, maybe win a battle. All that they have to do is win 1 fight. If they win a single fight and grab those coins that we have on mYinsanity, then it's lights out for mYi. And, well, we have them capturing the camp down here so far. Oh, it's actually a trap that they set up there. Not quite sure if that's the trap that they want to lay, but as you can see, that's another turn-in that we're going to have there, and that's going to drop the mid lane. But there comes the engagement. Black Scorp moving in, T-Darker as well, and they're going to go straight for it. Oh, nearly the drop on the Arthas, but it moves back, and there he goes. Arthas is down already, but we have Ace of Spades. No, he's not dying, but Pollator is. Ace of Spades is finally dropped by the Chen. Pollator is down as well. Oh, it's a 3-for-1. Great move here by mYinsanity. Once again, they completely clean house. They kill every single hero except for the Chen and only lose the Brightwing. The Brightwing is the sacrificial pawn. Let's not forget about the boss that is up at the top lane again. They can move in and draw and get the boss once more, but they wanna... Are they gonna core it? They can core it! Holy shit, they can actually core it! Oh my god, mYinsanity, they see an opportunity after this amazing fight that they just had, and they go in. T-Darker is trying to jump in, he doesn't have the Storm, Earth and Fire anymore, and this is the attempt to just core it and win the tournament. Shinobu about to die, he's down, Kaysil is about to die too. They're not gonna make it, are they? Oh god, this is gonna be so close! T-Darker, he drops 1, he drops 2, he goes straight for Kaysil, but this is gonna become so close! Here comes Arthas! Oh my god, like they have it down to 20%. Kaysil is dead. Ace of Spades! Ace of Spades jumps in on the Brightwing, and they're gonna get it! No, yes, no, yes! They get it, it's over. GG, ladies and gentlemen, mYi wins the Go4Heroes Tournament against the Illidans. Congratulations.